recording. Hopefully you can hear me. This is the first time I'm recording video with my new phone. Looks decent right now. I look tired. But basically I wanted to record a clip of me just doing some chores on a Friday afternoon here in January. And the idea I had around this is that I sat down to work this morning and kind of had a feeling right from the beginning that like it wasn't going to be happening today. Just very low motivation. It's very dreary and cold outside, and to be honest, I don't have any kind of looming deadlines at the moment. So in true freelancer fashion, I thought I would just switch my focus to something else that needs to be done around my house, which is cleaning some things, specifically cleaning my Berkey water filter, which has been filtering very slowly for a couple of days now, which tells me that it's overdue for a cleaning. So I have already cleaned the top half. I'll show you that here. This is the top half where you pour the water in. These are the carbon filters that filter through the top, and then these are the fluoride filters, which attach in the bottom and go in the basin here. And this is where the clean water filters into. So as you can see, lots of fingerprints, a little bit like this is, clean, like there's clean water in here, but could use a good clean. So I am tackling that today, and just kind of wanted to take you on a random Friday with me and see if we can't talk about something interesting for this video. So I'm gonna clean for a little bit now, and maybe I'm gonna do like a time lapse of this or something. So let's do some cleaning. All right, so the top half of the Berkey have now been washed and cleaned. I just used this Castile soap, Dr. Bronner's, good stuff. And now I'm going to do a quick spray with some hypochlorous acid, which I have here, which is like basically just a natural disinfectant. So we've now sprayed those out. And yeah, I scrubbed the filters so that they will filter better. And oh, I need to clean the spout as well. And then once that's done, I'm gonna rinse these off. And then once this is kind of a little bit more dry, or at least that once the hypochlorous has had a chance to sit for a while, I will put everything back together and we'll be good to go. That is it for now. This is my lemon wallpaper in my kitchen. Yeah, stay tuned. Let's see what else I get up to today. Okay, next on the not client work to-do list, I am going to do a little vacuum sweep of my living room and my kitchen. I guess probably my entire apartment, to be honest. There's not a whole lot of square footage here, but it's quite dusty in here. We have a very old heating system and it's not super clean. I have an air filter in my bedroom / office where I sleep and where I work, but the dust never ends. So I'm gonna go give this place a quick vacuum and then check back in. Okay. Picking up where I left off, I have just finished vacuuming my apartment. It is feeling nice and clean and less dusty in here, which is great. And I think it's only been about maybe 45 minutes. Yeah, it's 12:45. I started at roughly noon, a little bit after, with cleaning the Berkey and then vacuuming. And I feel like I've made some really good progress. I also wet mopped under my bed and in the bathroom and in my kitchen. So that is all feeling great. These are chores that I would normally do on like a Saturday afternoon, and now I don't have to do them tomorrow because it's Friday afternoon and I'm doing them now. So that is all good stuff. What am I going to do now? I think now I'm going to take a little bit of a break and make some lunch, and then we shall see how I'm feeling after lunch. If I can get back to work, or do some other stuff. We'll see how I feel. Okay, that's all for now. All right, it is now 1:36 p.m. It's been a little bit longer than I thought, but I'm finally sitting down to eat some lunch. Had to call my grandma because she called me asking me about something for family dinner this weekend. So I had to call her back, and I ended up cleaning my kitchen sink and emptying my dishwasher. So 2 more chores crossed off the list, which is great. Pro tip, by the way, if you ever are feeling just like, oh my god, my space is gross and like I want everything to be clean, but like I don't have time to clean anything, clean your kitchen sink. It always makes me feel so much better. I always am like, I don't know, something about having a clean kitchen sink makes you feel like your life is just more in order and like everything, you're on top of your shit. I don't know what the psychology is there, but it works for me. So I just want to show you my lunch real quick. This is my lunch, which is like a very standard lunch for me. We have 2 chicken sausage patties, 2 eggs, and avocado toast, my version of avocado toast, which is on a like thin rice cake. Gluten-free avocado toast at home, made easy. I don't even have a toaster, so that is what I do for avocado toast. And then a side salad with some red onion and some sliced almonds on arugula. And just olive oil and apple cider vinegar for dressing. And of course, a few supplements. These are like digestive supplements that I take with almost every meal. And then a couple of other ones here. I'm not gonna explain them all right now, but is what I have for lunch today. So I'm gonna eat a little bit of that for right now because I'm starving. And then I will check in with you in a little bit. Okay. Oh, I started recording without meaning to start recording. Here we are. I have you sit on a box right now on my kitchen table. I finished my lunch and I'm having an afternoon matcha in my One Cool Cat mug, one of my faves. I thought we could just chat for a second. So, what do I want to talk about? Oh, today is the final day of the Health First Freelancer community founding member launch, which is very exciting. It's hot. It's still really hot. Yeah, I'm super excited about it. I think it's gone really well. We have 6 founding members plus myself in the group right now, and that feels really good. That feels like a good place to start, and a good place to try some things out and start having interactions, conversations, calls, workshops, all the good stuff in the community, and see how things go for the next 2 to 3 months, I think, at least, before I open it up again. And yeah, I'm super excited to start really diving into our members' goals and what kind of Health First freelance business they want to build, and start helping people make progress on those goals. So yeah, it's very exciting. Also, while I was vacuuming earlier, I was listening to my freelancer friends Emily and Cassidy's podcast, which is called The Finance Girlies. I will insert the podcast art here. And it's so cute so far. I'm really enjoying it and listening to them talk about their own stories about, around their finances and personal finance and how they got started in that space. and their money beliefs is the episode that I just finished, which was really good. And I think I'm gonna reach out to them and ask if I can be a guest on the podcast. I think that'd be super fun. I love talking about money. I love like thinking about money and budgeting and like organizing and putting money towards various like savings goals and like things I want to accomplish. Obviously, as a freelancer, it's something you have to be a little bit more aware of than like normal people, because you have to set up your own retirement plan, and you have to be a little bit more diligent, I think, about saving and making sure you have like a pretty decent emergency fund and all that kind of stuff. So that is a super interesting topic to me, and one that I continue to explore for myself, and I would love to kind of share my experience on their podcast. I think that'd be fun. That's also definitely a YouTube video I can make for you guys, like talking about my experience with managing my finances as a freelancer, and also managing my finances as a person with chronic illness who pays for basically everything out of pocket. And I manage all of my health expenses in my own personal finances. Like, health insurance doesn't pay for much, although I have transitioned. Instead of health insurance this year, I became a member of Crowd Health. So that is a health cost sharing membership. I talked about that in my previous video on health insurance options for freelancers. And yeah, I looked into it and I talked to somebody at Crowd Health and decided that that was going to be a good option for me. Since the regular health insurance I was getting wasn't really covering anything for me anyway, this way I have like a baseline level of coverage that will basically, make sure I don't go bankrupt in case of an emergency. And my monthly premium is under $200 a month. And they do offer coverage for some chronic illness related expenses after you've been a member for 2 years. So that's very intriguing to me. Either way, whether that turns out to be true or not, I'm a little bit skeptical of that prospect, but either way, I think if this method just works on its own, like in terms of replacing my regular health insurance, it'll be worth it. And keeping my premium under $200 a month, at least for this year. I imagine it will go up slightly over time, but even still, like that's a reasonable amount of money, I think, to pay for a single person for health insurance each month. So yeah, the only kind of bummer about it is I'm losing the HSA that I had. I still have funds in there. I saved about $3,000 in there last year. So I'll still be using that to cover certain expenses, probably mostly like my dental appointments and vision checkups. Other than that, I try not to touch it. Like, I could be using it for a lot of things, but I try to just leave it for those things because they only come around once or twice a year. And then that way I know that that's just taken care of. So kind of a bummer that I can't contribute to that anymore since I don't have a health insurance plan with an HSA, but I think hopefully the benefits of Crowd Health will outweigh the downsides of not having an HSA anymore. So yeah, time will tell, but I'm pretty optimistic about it, honestly. I'm excited to see how it goes for this year, for sure. Okay, I think now I am going to jump on a little co-working call with my friend Ashley and see if we can't get at least one task done for today. So let's go over there, back to my desk now. Okay, So I've been working for maybe about an hour, did some blog edits that I need to get done, and now I think I'm done for the day. It's just too cold and dreary and sad, and it's Friday. Okay, I could be done at 3:30. That's fine. Look at this outside. This is what we're dealing with. So, yeah, I'm just going to do my daily yoga because I'm doing Sarah Beth Yoga's 10-minute daily yoga challenge in January. So I'm going to do that and maybe also tack on a little workout on the end of that, and then just enjoy a chill evening. That's all I have planned for us today. Yeah, thank you for joining me in this little sort of mini vlog, I guess. My first attempt at this, so hopefully you found something interesting in here, and I will be making more of these in the future. So let me know if there's anything else you want to see in like a freelancer day in the life kind of a thing, and I will catch you next time. Alright, bye everybody.